Hi friends, welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in the Scholar series for ABM. In this we are covering the important objective questions, important theory, as well as the important numericals. So follow the series completely. Okay, let's start. So let's start with the simulation exercises. Simulation, remember, it is the easiest chapter in your complete ABM. But even though it is easiest, don't take it lightly because there are certain questions related to the simulation exercises which are asked. So focus on them very properly. Let's start. Which of the following statement regarding the simulation is correct? So now you have to find out whichever is correct. Always remember in exam you have to focus on what is asked, whether correct is asked or wrong is asked. If they want wrong, then you have to click on correct and the wrong one. Okay. So what is the one? Let's see. First one. Simulation is a way of studying effects of changes in the real world through models. So is simulation the same? B. Simulation is the imitation of some real thing or the process. C. In simulation it is tried to imitate a system or environment in order to predict the actual behavior, and all of the above. Now firstly understand what is simulation. Simulation means, suppose when you're, have you seen simulation anywhere? Whenever you go to, let's say, any new construction flat, suppose if you want to buy a new flat, whenever you go to buy a new flat, the building is not ready at all many times. They just show you some prototype, some model which they prepare. So what is that model? That model is a smaller image or smaller 3D image of what the real building will be, right? So this is basically the simulation. Similarly, in simulation, whenever you go for admission in any college, what do? Do you go and check this college practically? No, you check on the prospectus. What is that? That is a sort of simulation. It will give you the image of that college, right? So that is simulation. So now which of the following are correct over here? Which of the following statements are correct? Yeah, they are number one. Yeah, which of them are correct? Simulation is a way of studying effects of changes in the real world through models. That is correct. Simulation is the imitation of some real thing or the process. So that is also correct. In simulation, it is tried to imitate a system or environment in order to predict the actual behavior. This is the most important one. Okay, because here we try to imitate a system or environment. Actually, we try to, in finance also, we use the simulation. We see various scenarios, and based on those scenarios, we create the various effects of those scenarios. Okay, so in simulation, it is tried to imitate a system or environment in order to predict the actual behavior, and all of the above. So the correct answer is D, all of the above. Okay, everyone answer in the comment section. Acting out or mimicking an actual or probable real life situation or event to find the cause of the past occurrence or to forecast the future effects of the assumed circumstances or factors is called as, what is this? This is on the similar lines of that earlier question, isn't it? Acting out of mimicking an actual or probable real life situation. What did we say about this simulation? Same thing, isn't it? To find out the past occurrence means what had happened in the past, or to forecast the future effects. Now this means that considering the various scenario analysis or factors is called as simulation, linear programming, probability, regression. Now look at this. Simulation you might have guessed the answer by now. Type in the comment section. Linear programming is altogether a separate chapter. In LPP, what do? We study various linear equations. We try to bring everything into the linear equations and then we try to study them. Probability is totally different. There are three types of probabilities, right? Bernoulli, this binomial, and Poisson. These are the three main probabilities for your CAIIB. Kindly follow the this probability lecture also. Regression and correlation, again different chapters. Regression and correlation are related to two elements, the relationship between the two elements. So this mimicking an actual probable real life situation, what can be the answer for this? The answer is simple, isn't it? Let me see in the comment section. It is A, right? Got it? Simulation can be used to, means why do we use the simulation? To find causes of the past occurrences only. To forecast the future effects of any occurrence only, means only this. Find the causes of the past occurrence and to forecast the future effects of an occurrence. Neither to find out the causes of past occurrence nor to forecast the future effects of any occurrence. Now obviously D is not the answer, okay? Neither is not the answer. Now only you'll get confused over here whether to type A or B or C. Again you will get confused between B and C because A also past occurrence only, that is not the right answer. So you will get confused between B and C. Now type in the comment section, let me see. Okay, let me see everyone. The answer is, yeah. Is it B or C? The answer is C. Correct? The answer is C. Because it is used for past also as well as to forecast the future also. Right? So that C is the answer. Simulation is appropriate where? Now look at the options. Where? Size of the problem makes the size of other techniques difficult or impossible. Complexity of the problem makes the use of other techniques difficult or impossible. Problem is impossible to be solved. So where do we use the simulation? In which case? Size of the problem makes the size of other techniques difficult or impossible. Means what? Suppose imagine I have to do some changes in my software, banking software. If I have to bring totally new software, so is it possible for me without testing just to bring the whole software new, and one night I'll bring the whole software new in the bank and tell everyone to operate on it? It's not possible, right? That will create a chaos. That is the meaning of this first sentence. Size of the problem makes the size of other techniques difficult or impossible. I can't implement the software, new software in a bank because without telling anyone or without doing the testing. So doing the testing is known as simulation. In simulation, what do we do whenever we test the software? We create a dummy environment, right? And in that dummy environment, we do all the checkings, correct? Complexity of a problem makes the use of other techniques difficult or impossible. That is also a point. See here, important part over here is size. Second is complexity also, because finance is the most complex field in this world, right? Because complexity. Suppose again come back to the same example. Suppose if you go for this software changing the software. So that is so complex. There are so many fields in the banking, retail, corporate, then we have mutual funds, third party products, then contingent liabilities like LCs, bank guarantees. So that's why these are just the four which I have told you. There are almost 7 to 8 fields. So these fields make it difficult for change of software and abruptly. Problem is impossible to be solved. Is there any problem which is impossible to be solved? Now you answer. Is the answer A to 3 all? B, A and B, 1 and 2 only? C 1 and 3 only, and D 2 and 3 only. So what can be the answer for this? Everyone? Yeah, answer is correct. Type in the comment sections. Yes, the answer is this B 1 and 2 only. Because 3 can't be the answer. You can't have any problem in finance which is impossible to be solved. Okay. Simulation can be used. Number 1, with traditional statistical techniques, with traditional management techniques, without the traditional statistical techniques, without the traditional management techniques. Now this is a bit easy to understand, isn't it? With traditional statistical techniques, with traditional management techniques. So it can be used with both of them. Without traditional statistical techniques. So do I understand this here? Can be used with traditional statistical techniques means what? Are the statistical techniques in my regular working required to be added or to be supplemented by simulation? Or is simulation required to be supplemented by my traditional techniques? Can simulation work without my traditional statistical techniques? Can simulation work without my traditional management techniques? So which one is correct? Only one is correct. Only two is correct. 1 and 2 are correct. And 3 and 4 are correct. Which one is correct over here? Now this is a bit tricky one. Because if you get such question in exam, you will definitely get tricked over here. Okay. Now think and type in the comment section. Let me see. Okay. I'm seeing the correct answers are here. It is this 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are correct because remember in finance nothing is independent. Nothing is independent. You have to always use everything in connection with the other one. So traditional statistical techniques, traditional management techniques, these are to be used in connection, in togetherness with simulation. You can't have anything individually working over here. Okay. So 1 and 2 both are correct. In which of the following simulation can be applied? So where can the simulation be applied? Air traffic control, queuing and aircraft maintenance, assembly line scheduling and inventory reorder design, railroad operations and facility layout, and all of the above. Simulation means what? What did we study about simulation now? Simulation was basically this mimicking the actual life situation in the form of a prototype. So where can you use this? You can use in all of these. Air trafficking control, you can use it. Assembly line scheduling, you can use it. Railroad operations, you can use it. So answer is D, all of the above, right? Now some theory, last part of this topic, theory, forecasting technique. Now forecasting technique, there are two methods. Auto-regressive, three methods, not two. Auto-regressive, then moving average, and last one is ARMA, combination. What is auto-regressive? In auto-regressive model, we forecast the variable of interest using linear combination of the past values of the variable. Look at this, linear combination. Okay. Remember this word which I have highlighted. In exam, auto-regressive model will have this word linear combination. The term auto-regressive indicates that a regression of the variable against itself, against itself. Okay. The AR part involves regression of the variable on its own lagged values. The lagged means what? Past values. These two sentences are same. Against itself and lagged values. Okay. MA means what? Moving average. In this time series analysis, moving average, also known as moving average process, the used for modeling univariate time series. See, this univariate word will be there in moving average. It involves modeling error term as a linear combination of error terms occurring contemporaneously. Means what? What is this contemporaneously? So big word. This is latest one, latest. Whichever is the latest will get the highest weightage and various times of the period. So from exam point of view, remember, auto-regressive means linear combination and own lagged. Moving average means what? Univariate. And if they give you this word contemporaneously, then it is MA. And now it's a combination, ARMA. Third one, ARMA model or auto-regressive moving average model. ARMA model describes a time series in terms of two polynomials. Remember, again underlined words, two polynomials. The first of these polynomials is auto-regression and the second is moving average. So it's a combination. The model is a combination of AR and MA model. In this model, the impact of previous lags and residuals are considered to forecast the future values of the time series. Okay, future values. So it is a combination of these, and previous and residuals are used to give the future values. Now these are in the short I have given. Auto-regressive, previous time steps, and next this uses observations from previous time steps as input to the regression equation to predict the next time step. Moving average MA states that the next observation is a mean of every past observation. Auto-regressive model uses the time series data to either better understand the data set or to predict the future values. So importantly, what you remember, these earlier two slides are very important from your exam point of view. AR is linear and own lagged. Moving average is univariate and contemporaneously. Then ARMA model is combination of these two. Okay. So and this line is important. Impact of previous lags and residuals are considered. Okay, previous lags and residuals both. Now the last which I was telling, why do we have this x multiply by 2? Okay, now this slide, let me check if I am having it over here. Why do we have to multiply this x by 2 over here? Okay, let me see. I had prepared one slide for this. Let me see if I am having it. No, one second. No, it's not there. Okay, I'll tell you. Why do we multiply with this? Forget this slide. Okay, what is there difficulty in it? See here. The problem over here is, why do we multiply this by 2? Because look at this. X, whenever we have even numbers, even. Okay. What was the x values? Minus 1.5, something like this. It was in points. So whenever it is in points, it's difficult to calculate. In points, it is very difficult to do the calculations. So if I multiply by 2, then what happens? 1.5 becomes 3. So now this is easy. And that's why we multiply by this x by 2. Whenever we have even number of elements, we multiply this x by 2. Why? Because taking the x values, even if you take the same value without multiplying, then also it won't make much difference. But the problem is that the difficulty level in calculations on the calci also, checking the point and doing the calculations is difficult part. So if you have even simple natural numbers, it's very easy to calculate. Okay, so that was a YT session. Now before going, let me tell you, we are starting with the new batch, Victory batch, on 13th February. So join it ASAP. All the numericals, objective questions, case studies will be covered. All the compulsory subjects will be covered. You can join the Mahapack as well, CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. In this Mahapack, you'll be getting multiple batches per subject. Okay, let me show you. Let's go to Adda 24/7. I'll always suggest you to go through the app. In the app, you get 1% extra using the coin systems. Okay, so go to Adda 24/7. There, click on JIB and CIB. Click on CIB June 24. Now you'll see the batches. Click on View all the batches. Okay. Here you will see resolution victory. See, this victory batch is starting. Resolution batch has already started. So victory batch is starting on 13th February. Click on this. Okay. You'll see this ebooks, test series, online live classes, expert faculties, interactive classes, recorded videos, everything. Now click on buy now. Now look at this fees. You'll see, sir, huge fees. No, wait. Put the code Y432. Now look at the discount. Y432. See this. 75%, 77% off you are getting. 5519 is the fees. 23 has reduced to 5519. Huge discount offer. Okay, so join it ASAP. Use the code Y432 to get these heavy discounts. Okay. You can join the Mahapack as well. In Mahapack, you get multiple batches. Let me show you that also. Say this. Go to CIB Mahapack 2.0. Look at this. Multiple batches per subject. Videos, ebooks, test series, online live classes, 24/7 recording, interactive classes, regular tests, experienced faculties. Again, look at the fees. See, this 75% off is already there. But wait, I'll give you one more code. The same code. What was that? Y432. Click on this, apply. Now you're seeing 77% off. Plus, if you go through the app, you'll be seeing 1% extra. So 78 it will be. So go through the app immediately and join this Mahapack. Okay.